So back at it with another Adidas review. This is a brand new silhouette that just came out this week. This specific Atric F22 Primeknit is a lifestyle shoe that is supposed to go from city into the wilderness and back pretty easily. And so the idea behind it is basically having a shoe that transitions in practically any type of weather. And here it is, the Atric F22 Primeknit. So this is a very striking color. If you look at the upper, it's made out of this typical Primeknit that Adidas has. The difference with this Primeknit is the material. It's made out of a merino wool, and the idea behind merino wool is that it's moisture wicking, and it also allows for breathability, and it's also very durable, and is also anti-odor. So all these properties happen with merino wool naturally. It's nothing that Adidas did, but having some of this merino wool on here obviously gives it many properties that typical Primeknit just doesn't have. And upper is very similar to, I would say, the Data Mosh and several other NMDs that have come out in the past. From a breathability perspective, this should be a pretty good breathable shoe considering it's made out of wool. With that said, it is still made out of wool, so it will be warm. I had it on my foot earlier, and it actually felt okay. So maybe it won't be that warm, but I really haven't worn it in the hot heat yet. But there are perforations at the top of the shoe and a little ventilation over here. Then you have 3 stripes branding over here, which is glued on. Quality control wise, already this is starting to come off on one of the stripes, so that's kind of a little concerning. So we'll see where that goes. But then one of the oddest things for this shoe for me is this specific suede piece that's over here. I really dislike it. I just kind of wish the 3 stripes went all the way down. There's really nothing that this suede adds. Moving into the medial side of the shoe, and I think I really do like this side of the shoe. The 3 stripes does get interrupted, but this is by the sole itself. So looking at this over here, you can actually feel this piece in the inside of the shoe, and it does offer a lot more arch support than you would expect. And then moving to the top of the shoe, you're going to see your typical Adidas lacing system, which just has holes in the actual upper on the since it's one-piece construction. And then finally, a speckled gray and white lace. Then moving on to the very top is an Adidas embossed into a piece of suede that's on the top. And then on the back is a piece of suede as well, and there is the Atric logo. I believe they're probably going to release a new line of shoes using this, but this is the Atric logo right here. On the inside of the shoe, so what's interesting is they specifically don't put the insoles into it on purpose. It is a merino wool liner in the back, on the bottom as well. So this shoe is actually designed for you to wear without socks, which I think is kind of very interesting. But it's really, really soft inside, and it does feel good once you slip it in. They do give you these foot pads on the outside as well, and if you want to put those in, it does have Adidas, the Atric, as well as Outlast. I believe Outlast is a brand that they're using for this specific insole. Finally, moving on to the sole. So this is the big piece of it. You can obviously tell that there's lots of Ys on it. So there's a lot of traction on these, not slippery at all. And what's really cool, and people probably don't realize this, is that the bottom is also an continental sole. And so if you like the Ultra Boost and other continental soles by Adidas, this follows in that lineage, which is kind of cool. It's on the shoe. Upper, awesome and pretty comfortable. It fits really great, actually. I didn't expect it to fit so great. The sole and everything else on the bottom of it is really wide. From a looks perspective, I don't like it that much. It's okay. It actually looks a lot better on foot, and you'll see the on foot portion in a little bit. And I actually don't mind it once you put it on foot, but when you're looking at it just like this, it really just does look like a water shoe. It is rugged, and so I do see yourself being able to really do transition from the city into the wilderness and back if you really need to. With that said, you know, if this were a true kind of going to the woods type shoe or for camping or anything like that, it wouldn't be made out of Primeknit. Primeknit just snags way too easily. If a branch gets a hold of this, it's gonna tear bits of it off pretty easily. I'd say, you know, I've had that happen to a lot of pants, and so Primeknit wouldn't be very much different from that. It's definitely a comfortable shoe. I would recommend it if you actually have really wide feet. You're gonna find a shoe that you really love because it's finally Primeknit with a pretty good sole. You know, the NMD is okay for wide footers, kind of. But it's also not that comfortable of a shoe despite the boost, and so this I think really fits the bowl, really fits that middle area with with kind of a harder sole, a wider stance, and everything else. And then finally, from a sizing perspective, I would definitely go with your NMD size. So if you have a size 10 in NMD, I would definitely go with the size 10 here. This typically runs a half size big from true to size, and so this is where you're gonna go half size down from your true to size. That's it, guys. If you really like this content, definitely hit the subscribe button below and give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate all the 750 people that have signed up thus far to listen to me speak. I'm really glad to be doing these, and I have a lot of fun doing it. But would love to comment more, have more information from you guys. What do you think about this shoe? Are you gonna cop, or is it a drop? And that's it, guys. This is the F22 Primeknit by Adidas. Until next time, peace.